Okay, so today we're going to be doing a little tutorial on making one of these little bags. The bow is optional, but it's just a little 2-inch clasp bag. The frames I got on Amazon. They're 2-inch frames. I was only able to find them in like this antique brass sort of color, and then like this bright gold. So today I think I'm going to use the gold one. But those are on Amazon. My these days trusty F hook, needles, thread, scissors, yarn needles, which I keep in that so that kids and cats don't get them and I can find them, and then just some worsted weight acrylic yarn. Today I'm using Bernat Super Value in baby pink. So to start this off, we're going to do a slip knot. Cupcake has come to join me once again. And then back up. You're going to chain 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. You're going to take a cat scratching break. Yep. Vital step. You can't skip it. And then you're going to move said cat. Okay. And now, in the third chain from hook, and I'm going to go on the bottom. That's where I'm going to start, just because that's a little bit easier for me, because we will be working on the bottom and tops of our stitches. So on the bottom, there's just this one single bump. In the third one, so 1, 2, 3, you're going to do 2 half double crochet. And just to make it a little bit easier to find our starting point, just a moment. Okay, I'm going to take a little scrap of yarn and just place that here, and that will help me know where I started at. So in the third from hook, we're going to be doing 2 half double crochet. So 1 and 2, and then half double crochet to the end. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then kind of flip it, and then in that same spot, but this time on the top, we're going to do another 2 half double crochet. So 1 and 2, and then half double crochet in the next 6 stitches. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And this is where that stitch marker comes in handy, because that's where we have to slip stitch, because we're ignoring the chain 2. So slip stitch there. We have a nice little oval. And you should have 16 stitches at this point. So now we're going to chain 2, get our little stitch marker, and in the same space as where we did our slip stitch, we're going to half double crochet, and then half double crochet around again. And you're going to repeat this. Well, then you're going to after you get to the end of the row, you're going to slip stitch in your first half double crochet, ignoring the chain 2 once again. And you're going to repeat that until you get your desired length. For example, this gray one that I did, let me see, I did, I think 3 rows on this after the initial making it a oval. So of row 2, I repeated it, there's 2, 3, 4, so I repeated it 3 times before getting to the last step. So, and I think I'm going to make this one the same size, so I will meet you back here at the end of this row so I can show you one more time, and then I'll meet you when I get to my desired length and you get to yours, and Cupcake's back. Okay, so just a moment. Okay, motherhood was calling. So there's our first half double crochet, chain 2, and slip stitch. So we're going to skip the slip stitch and 2 chains, and then just slip stitch into that first half double crochet. And that is round 2 complete. So again, you're just going to repeat that as many times as you want until it's the length that you prefer. You could make it long enough for a chapstick if you wanted, but I'm just gonna do 2 more repeats of row 2. So meet you back in a minute. Okay, so I've done 3 repeats total of row 2, so I have a total of 4 rows done. And as you may notice, I'm not quite centered with the side anymore. So what I'm going to do first for that, I'm just going to do a couple slip stitches, and suddenly I'm centered again. So just however many you need to get back to the side, which you can tell where it is just from folding it flat. And now what we will be doing is we're going to skip these next 2 stitches, and then we're going to do 4 double crochet, which is yarn over, insert hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. So you're going to do 4 double crochet in the next 2 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And that will make this kind of scallop. So I mean, if you want to do this on the edge of something, you totally could. And that's something a lot of people do to make nice pretty edges, like so pretty. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 in each, and then you're going to skip 2, and then slip stitch 2. Skip 2, double crochet 4 in each of the next 2 spaces. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 more. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Skip 2, slip stitch, and then fasten off. You can chain one, fasten off, because that's going to be mostly hidden. So chain one, pull tight, and then we gotta weave those ends in real quick. Do, do, do. Okay, so I wove my ends in, and now we just need a needle. You want one that's fairly thin. This case is magnetic, so it makes it a little tricky to get them out, but that's a good thing sometimes. A needle, ideally you want matching thread, but I don't have any pink thread right now, and also I want you to be able to see what I'm doing to the best of my abilities. So I'm going to use some black thread. You don't need to worry about tying a knot in the end, because we will be tying the two ends together so that it's nice and secure. So we're just going to take our little frame, so shiny, unclasp it so we can do one side at a time. So starting in approximately the middle, as well as you can, just go in from the back through your crochet and into one of the holes. Pull it until you've only got a few inches left of this back thread, and then go down through the hole and through your piece. Now what I do, I skip to the next hole and then go. I don't know how well you can see that because the light is quite bright, but so I came out through there, went in there, if it'll focus. But I came out there, went in there, came out there, and I'm going in here, and that's what I'm going to do across to this side. So I'll be right back. So I have about reached the end over here. I'm just going in one more time through the hole and then through my fabric. And then I'm going to go back the way I came, but going into the spots I missed. And I think that makes a pretty secure stitch for this. You know, sometimes I do a bit of leather working, and that's how I do it when I've only got the one needle. But it's essentially how I do it when I've got two needles too. But it makes it nice and secure, which is good. So yeah, you just get back. Ooh, bumped ya. You get back to the middle and then work down the other side the same way as this side. You can take this off if you want. I just don't feel like putting it back on. But yeah, just work the same way down the other side. And then we will meet back here in a moment. Okay, so I have finished sewing across this entire side. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut this thread. Well, no, not yet. I'm going to, with our starting thread in this, I'm going to do a quick double knot or square knot, just so it's really, really secure. Make it nice and tight. Now I'm going to trim it. I make the ends the same length, and then what I'm going to do with a yarn needle real quick, just to give me a little extra peace of mind, I'm going to go through a couple stitches, doing my best so that it stays in the back. It doesn't need to be particularly pretty, but just a few stitches, and then I'm going to take this thread and put it in here so that it kind of weaves the end in a little extra. I mean, it's easier when all your thread and your yarn matches, but mine doesn't, so I gotta be careful that it doesn't show through the front of my work to the best of my ability. And then we just trim that, and that is one side done. So you just repeat for the other side. And then, you know, you can add any embellishments. You know, with this green one I added a little bow. Just when it comes to adding bows, you want to do as few knots as possible, because otherwise it'll really stick out. But yeah, I think I might add like a button to the front of this one. So I'll meet you back after I sew this other side and add whatever I want to the front of this. And it's done. I decided to add this little decorative flower button I got at Walmart. I think this is such a cute project for those little decorative buttons that it's like it'd be such a pain for it to be to try to use it functionally, but it's so stinking cute. So now I have an excuse to get all those cute little buttons at Joann's. But yeah, I think it's a cute little bag. You know, they come with the keychains on them. So yeah, I hope you liked that tutorial. If you can think of any other projects you want to see me make, if you like the video, you know, please comment below. Or if you make it, let me know how it goes for you. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you disliked it, give it a thumbs down. Subscribe if you haven't. Share this video if you know somebody who likes to crochet little bags. I don't know. So yeah, see you next time. God bless.